Hello, fellow Hyrulians! I am your guide, the Hyrule Historian, and welcome back to a special episode of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, where today we are digging our way to Dompe's place, where we are going to be making a very special dungeon that I've talked about throughout the series, if you have kept up with me so far. And of course, the dungeon that we are going to be creating today is known as the Googly-Eyed Dungeon. Now, before you click off the video, let me explain. Within Link's Awakening, we have a lot of comedic features in here, and one of the features was the keys that you get for several of the dungeons. As you can see, they kind of look like just normal keys, more or less, with the googly eyes slapped on them, and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. A lot of it's just like toy-like features, which I thought it was kind of funny when I first seen these, and along with several of the items, it just looks kind of a comedic feel to it. However, today we are just going to be quickly fixing the Googly-Eyed Dungeon, where it's going to be the basic beginner's dungeon. So, to keep in mind, you need to complete Dompe's challenge and get a slab from him. As well, you need to get the slab from the trending game, and then complete the first 3 dungeons. Besides that, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So now to start off, we have a few of the entrances. Now, since I am going for an eye for the dungeon's theme, I don't really think the Tail Cave or the Key Caverns will really work, since they are edge pieces, or corner pieces I should say, which the Bottle Grotto entrance has just one way. So I'm going to place it down here kind of for a vein or like a nerve, just because I don't technically count the entrance as part of the dungeon. It's there, and it's there to actually move into the shape of how the eye is going to look, if that makes any sense. Now we have the 3 bosses. Normally I would go for Mordorm just because it was the tail key that gave me this idea. However, I am going to be going with the eye slime, or the slime eye, for the boss, so we're going to place him somewhere kind of in the middle. So with this, I believe that Nintendo could work on this, where you can have the key, the doorway to any side, but we're going to have a room right below the boss room. So with this said, it's most likely that we are going to work with a lot of stairs. With that said, we're going to have to use a lot of these one-ways and just a lot of pathways such as these. However, right, so I feel like we're just going to go with this one right here, since it's a basic room to start off with. But then it comes to the point where we need a room that starts up here and then continues on around. Now, if you've completed the first 3 dungeons, you won't have a certain corner piece, so corner tiles are technically off limits, just because you won't get the correct shape for an eye. But we're going to go ahead and pull out a few of these pieces, just where we can have a few straightaways. Go ahead and take this one out, since it also has a stairway. Actually, I'm gonna... there we go. So, gonna have that one there, and move that one there, because we're going to need quite a few stairways, because I want it to be where you have to go all the way around the dungeon, and then this stairway right here should lead to the middle. I think there's a way to check where it is, so yeah, just like that. Now I'll go ahead and pull out a few pieces here. Actually, yeah, so going to have it up here because we want the middle part just to be where the pupil is for the eye. And okay, so I'm going to have to move these over because it looks like this line right here is going to be 4 since you can't have the void and we can't really have corner pieces, so there's that. I guess we'll take this room and make it like a secret room over on the other side right there because it's like a bombable wall. Yeah, we'll work with that room. Now the problem is you can't really have one of these rooms and put it up to the edge of this, because then it doesn't want this room to have a bombable wall since it's supposed to be a one-way room, if that makes sense. So with that said, I'm going to have to take that room away. Actually, yeah, going back to these rooms, we will need just one of these rooms, just because we need a way to leave the entrance. So now that it's blue, that means we can travel through those sections. But even these pieces won't really help us, since can't have a room that leads to the void. Actually, yeah, there's a good idea. So we're going to have that as like the basic challenge room, since that was the room in the Bottle Grotto where you have to defeat the enemies within a certain order. But now we just need to fix up a few of these rooms. I kind of like this room right here because it has the blades. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and have it up here just because it will look like you're walking into just another dead end, but with the hidden room, so you'll have a good reason to go there. Okay, so this is one thing I was going to mention. So in the trending game, you can actually get this piece right here, which is just where Mordorm is a mini-boss. So that gives us a good mini-boss to warm up on. There are other ones that I've noticed since I have already recorded a few other episodes, so we will end up getting the slime eye for the mini boss at some point, but right now we do not have it. Going to pull that there. So now we need 2 more rooms. So this also gives us an extra challenge just because it has the guys that you have to hit in a certain order. And the only one I really see is right here. So even though I'm going to add that one right there for now, because you're going to be able to go down here and then... So let's go ahead and check this again. So yeah, we need one more stairway. 1 hour later. Okay, so after a little bit of rearranging and figuring out what piece can actually go to. So we have the Bottle Grotto entrance. We have the slime eye for the boss. Once there, we just have a normal room, a 3-way room that leads one into a dead end with a chest. Then where we have a trap room, which then leads to a room with the spikies or pokey. Mario enemies have such unique names. If it's not a pokey, it's a spike. And spike is also another enemy. There's like, if I'm not mistaken, there are 2 enemies in Mario with the name Spike. Then a few stairways, which then leads to Mordorm as our mini-boss, which is somewhat of an early mini-boss, but it will work. Then we have the trap room with the stairs in it, which just leads to another room where we have our first bigger puzzle at, where we have to hit all the enemies with the same symbols. Okay, so for whatever reason, this room leads to the other side, where we have our second big puzzle where we have to defeat all the enemies within a certain order. Just a straightaway for health, another straightaway, but with one of those black holes. A small block and pot puzzle while dodging the enemies, which leads up here. Simple way to get through the whiz robes and the jelly barriers, or whatever they're truly called. Another straightaway with the beetles. Then we are facing off with some Stalfos with a secret room to the left, which is in this room where we can make our way here, which would lead to the boss. So now if you use a little bit of your imagination, you can see an eye. We have a vein where the entrance is, or a teardrop, whichever one. And then I would go with a more unique look, but because we're using the first 3 dungeons, this is the best I can work with. So for the rest of the video, I'm not really going to do much talking. I'm just going to show this off to give you guys a guide. So, hope you guys will enjoy the rest of the video. And there we go. So guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please let me know by leaving a like or a comment below. And if you have your own ideas for your own dungeons, send me a short video of it and I will put it in another video and see who has the most unique dungeons and see who can get the best time on it for a little bit of community fun and have a subject to talk about, because I would really like to see what you guys can create. But besides that, this is the Hyrule Historian. Thanks for watching. I hope you have all enjoyed the googly-eyed dungeon, and if you can get a better time than me, please let me know. And I will see you all in the next video. Later, guys.